TIFU, by confronting my neighbor about what her son did. So let me give some context to this situation. Almost a year ago, before I even made my Reddit account, my fiancé and I threw a 4th of July party and invited some of our neighbors over just to chill out, relax and watch the fireworks. Well, I had mostly intended for this to be just an adult-only party, since I don't want to deal with awkward stares when my job occupation gets brought up, if kids are present. But alas, one couple brought their teenage son with them, who by this point should just be about done with his freshman year of high school. So on to the part that leads into my fuck up. As the party is underway, the son comes up to me and asks if I have a second bathroom in the house, since the one we have downstairs is currently occupied. Now I should have told him he has to wait, since I don't want anyone going into the bathroom located in my fiancé and I's bedroom. Not because the bathroom itself was messy, but because I didn't want anyone in our room. But I didn't see any legit reason to tell him no, so I told him about the second bathroom located in my room. Now he goes up there alone, did his business, then comes back down, and rejoins everyone at the party so we can all watch the fireworks. When the fireworks were done and everyone had left after helping us clean up, I went up to my room and went to the bathroom for a quick shower, and I noticed I had some of my clothes just laying on the bathroom floor. At first I thought no biggie, but when I was picking them up I noticed that my shirt, blue lace bra, and jeans were there, but not the blue lace thong that I knew I had worn with the outfit. It didn't take me long to put two and two together. Now I told Ben, my fiancé, and he laughed it off and told me I should laugh it off too, saying it's just one thong, and that the teen is probably gonna lose it after a few days or toss it out once he gets caught. So I followed his advice and just laughed the incident off. Looking back on it now, it is pretty funny. Now here's the fuck up mentioned in the title. The mother of the teen came over today bringing with her some bread she baked and told me that she hopes we could have another one of those summer get-togethers, saying her son really enjoyed it. Now remembering what her son did, I decided bring up his teenage antic with her to have a good laugh, since I had assumed by this point he must have been caught with my missing thong. Turns out she didn't know about what he did, and was livid that her son took a thong to jerk off with. Even worse, she started accusing me of deliberately leaving my clothes and lingerie there for him to find, and started calling me a whore and slut. Now while I definitely cannot say I'm innocent, since I've definitely had some fun with other guys, swinger relationship, so put your pitchforks and torches down, I would never, ever, and I mean ever, do anything like that with a minor. Fuck no. I tried to explain this to her, but she wouldn't hear any of it and stormed out of my home feeling beyond furious, screaming at me for trying to corrupt her son. So someone's definitely not coming to this upcoming 4th of July party this year. Too long did not read. Last year a teen son of one of my neighbors stole a thong of mine, told his mother about what he did nearly a year later expecting a good laugh with her, instead was called a slut and whore for supposedly trying to corrupt her son. Damn, your neighbor is in denial. I thought for sure this was going to be much worse. Like she found the thong and got a divorce. Phew. Seems like a pretty weird thing for a kid to do, even if they are a teenager. LMFAO, I definitely wouldn't be stealing panties when I was a high schooler. No foo on your part. That mom had an emotional reaction of shaming you, and hopefully she retracts that in time. It's not your job to hide your underwear from perving teenagers in your own home. But did she leave the bread though? Ah yes, I left my thong out for you son to find, who wasn't even supposed to be at the party. Today I fucked up by saying I love you. I was previously in a long-term relationship where saying, I love you, was the norm. However, I've tried my best to not use the word with the person I'm currently seeing. They're just a cool friend. After sleeping with them, I was kind of doozy and accidentally said, I love you, a bad habit. When I said this, they instantly started tearing up and started telling me that they love me too. I was about to explain that it was a mistake, but they just kept cutting me off with phrases like, I've loved you ever since I saw you, thanks for giving me a chance, I want to spend every waking hour with you, etc. I was super flattered, but I'm just not that much into them. I became so confused in the heat of the moment I didn't even clarify it. I'm planning to tell them the truth tonight, and I have no idea how this will play out. Too long did not read. I said I love you to a FWB, but I didn't mean it. Edit. I just texted them to meet me in person later on in the day. Grimace. He responded with, okay, see you later bub. Edit 2. I got fed up of the pet name, so I told them to stop. They asked if something is wrong, so I told them the truth over text. I don't know how to feel about using the L word and that I said it accidentally. They apologized and arranged an apology dinner. Somehow I'm kinda turned on and scared at the same time that they literally took it laughingly and stopped with the lovey-dovey stuff instantly like they didn't mean anything they said earlier. Edit 3. Had dinner and cleared it up. He acted like nothing happened and now I am finding him extra attractive and just want to throw myself at him. ARGHHHH. Edit 4. I think I might be in love with him. He might not be the hottest, but he's kind, funny, intelligent and such a cutie. Edit 5. Will update in a week on my Reddit wall. We decided to take a week break to clear our heads. Well, my friend, you have a big problem. Uh-oh, you fucked up. You probably won't get to see or sleep with that person again, whoops. Only 2 things to do now. Metaphorically rip out his heart or pretend to have feelings for him for the rest of your life. Edit. Gender. Facts. It's probably healthiest for y'all to not see each other since there's a huge difference in wants, desires from the connection. I was with a FWB and wanted more and she didn't and it was super hard until I broke it off. GIF. Giphy, Utsheath 7G3 Hio. GIF. Giphy, 84 Fine ODCQM8. You can pinpoint the exact moment where his heart breaks. Today I fucked up by not realizing my security cameras were hacked 3 months ago. Too long did not read. I raised he with Spectrum for 3 months because my internet shut off every 30 seconds 1 minute 24/7 for 3 months straight until I discovered the problem was my security cameras were hacked. I have Spectrum broadband internet, and starting at the beginning of February, my internet service started a constant on-off cycle. The internet cut out every minute, sometimes every 30 seconds, would stay off between 1–10 minutes, come back on, cut out again, repeat. It happened all day and all night without cease. Over the course of the last 3 months, I've called Spectrum complaining about their signal probably 30–40 times. They started off by sending technicians out. I was told, it's your modem and router. So I replaced my modem and router 6 times over the 3 months. I replaced all Ethernet cables. Once, they told me it was my wiring and that I had to hire an electrician to come to my home to run a dedicated, grounded line straight from the breaker box to the outlet where the modem was plugged in. That cost me $300. Twice, they said they found the problem. It was something at the node and on the pole, so they sent bucket trucks and fixed it, except it wasn't fixed. I couldn't do online school, watch a movie, or do anything online because the internet would never stay on more than 1 minute at a time. I installed an internet connection monitor, and in a 24-hour period, it would record over 1,300 disconnects. I was beyond frustrated and infuriated. After the first 4 or 5 tech visits, my problem was escalated to the quality team, supervisors, and several other, higher-ups. I had their cell phone numbers on speed dial, and when I'd get so frustrated, which was often, I'd call, text, send screenshots of my connection log, and just bug them to come and fix their problem. They replaced the coaxial cable in my house and the ones outside. They switched the pole where I got service from, switching from the pole in front of my house to the one across the street. One of the higher-ups was friendly and concerned, and he was determined to find the cause until it was fixed. But for 3 months, no one could fix it. 2 days ago, another supervisor came out for the, maybe, 8th or 9th tech visit. All signals and lines were checked, inside and out. I succinctly stated, this is not my problem. I've done everything imaginable to fix my equipment, my wiring, my everything. I swear on everything that is holy that this is your problem, it's a problem with your signal. He says to me, I just had a similar problem with a woman in PA. She had a teen who played Fortnite all day. Some of these gamer kids, when you make them mad, they launch DDoS attacks. They can do a traceroute, get your IP, and perpetrate constant attacks, shutting down your service. I think you're a victim of DDoS attacks. Here's an interesting side note. For over a week, my internet hadn't been on for more than 1 minute at a time. I have security cameras, one of which is aimed at the driveway. When the Spectrum truck pulled in yesterday, suddenly, for the first time in I don't even know how long, the internet stayed on. The tech and supervisor were here for 35 minutes, and the internet never cut out once. Which was just unheard of. So his verdict was that I was getting DDoS attacks. I didn't believe him because it's my understanding that DDoS attacks are limited in scope. They happen for a set period of time, maybe 3 days or so. Not 24/7 for 3 months straight. As soon as he left, I switched Spectrum's router back to my new Netgear Nighthawk router. I went into the settings, and it lists all attacks, when they occurred, and at what device on the network. I had used this router just one day, May 23, before Spectrum told me that, if they were to help me, I had to use their router. So after that one day, I unplugged mine and went back to using theirs. So when I opened the attack list, I had data from that one day, and I saw 45 attacks that listed my security cameras. Strange. So I immediately unplugged my cameras from the internet. Suddenly, my internet worked. It stayed on. A day later, still on. No cutting off. 2 days later, still on. No problem. So I started searching for information on security cameras getting hacked and DDoS attacks. Turns out, hacking security cameras is common, and many hackers have used hacked security cameras to launch DDoS attacks. That can overwhelm the router, causing it to shut off temporarily. My Swan security cameras are over 17 years old, and I don't think they have any encryption. According to the internet, many people never realize their security cameras or other IoT devices are hacked. Signs to look for are 1. Strange voices coming through. Mine have no sound. 2. Settings have changed. Mine have no settings to change. And 3. Weird pan, tilt, zoom behavior. Mine don't move. I also read that there's a website that hackers use, well, probably more than one, where they list details of insecure, hacked security cameras and other IoT devices. So at that point, others can jump on the bandwagon. Another interesting note: 2 members of my household had all accounts hacked 3 times. These accounts included Google, PlayStation, Discord, Steam, bank, etc. Passwords were changed, strong passwords used, different passwords for different sites, etc. Malware scanners scanned the computers daily, etc. And yet it kept happening. I had a list of passwords in a text file on my computer that listed a friend's accounts, 4 of them, who is in another country, and one day all those accounts of hers got hacked. In my research yesterday, I learned that hackers use a land and expand technique where they gain access through insecure security cameras or other IoT devices and then use that to access all other devices on the network. It is such a relief to have internet service again. Lesson learned. Don't keep any passwords in a plain text file. Use a password-safe app. I like Keep ASSXC, but anything is better than plain text. For anyone who is worried about something similar happening to them, find out your public-facing IP address, usually done by searching for, "What's my IP?" Plenty of websites and Google will tell you it, and search for it on. Shodan is essentially a search engine for computers connected to the Internet. By searching a specific IP, it will show what ports and services are publicly facing, along with any potential security vulnerabilities if it sees an out-of-date service running. Edit. Good tip to kill 2 birds in one stone. Security tech here. We never connect any of our major security systems to the Internet unless the client specifically requests it. And even then we warn them and get sign-off that it's not our recommendation. So many CCTV systems and cameras are horribly unsecure in the first place and then usually never updated even if something gets fixed because it already works. I'm not paying for that, or most techs in the industry have no fucking idea what they're doing anyway with respect to network security. The fact that the ISP didn't notice this says a lot about the ISP. Those Wi-Fi cameras are not security cameras, there's nothing secure about them. Obviously now you know, but in the future if you need cameras for security you'll want a wired CCTV set downloading to a hard drive instead of uploading to the cloud. Thanks for the paranoia fuel, Op. I don't even have security cameras, but after reading this I am definitely not getting a good night's sleep. Today I fucked up by putting my cat's age instead of mine. I experienced a brief brain malfunction this morning and I needed to share. I am what most would consider a cat lady, therefore I obviously have an Instagram account for my 2 cats. This Instagram account has more followers than my actual Instagram account, and it's a way I can share cat pictures as much as I like without annoying my human friends. Anyway, to get to the fuck up. As I logged into Instagram this morning, the app asked me to verify my age as they are apparently doing a sweep of accounts. So naturally, I assumed they were asking the age of my eldest cat, Monty. I typed in Monty's birthday and a pop-up came up and asked if I was sure that I was 9 years old. Yes, Monty is 9 years old, so I verified the age. Anyway, Instagram then said I was too young to use the application and disabled my account. I then had to send them a picture of my ID to verify that I am actually 31 and an idiot. Too long did not read. Stupidly thought Instagram was asking how old my cat was instead of me, and I got the account disabled. You're playing a dangerous game talking cats on the internet with no linked picture of Monty lol. One of my friends once booked a plane ticket for her husband in their dog's name. Milhouse seems to be teacher's pet based on your posting history. Now that I see him in the comments, show the internet some Monty love. I'm also a Monty cat caretaker. This happened to me too and I lost the account. Not sure how to get it back now. Where did you go to verify your age? Haha. That is fantastic. Poor Monty, his social media presence is gone. I did this registering a work tablet for its own Gmail account and Google set the entire tablet to some sort of kid mode. I also had to send them my ID.